You listed the most senior person you've ever worked with as your reference for this Singapore role. Wrong choice. The most senior reference you've ever worked with isn't automatically your strongest reference for a specific role. The former CEO who can speak to your reputation as a member of their organization gives a reference that sounds impressive and is thin on specifics. The direct manager from 3 roles ago who ran the specific project most relevant to the role you're applying for, who can speak to your approach, your outputs, and the specific outcomes, that reference advances the hire. Choose relevance over seniority. For each role you apply for, think specifically about who has direct experience of the work most relevant to this employer. Can they speak to a specific project, a specific outcome, a specific behavior under pressure? If yes, that's your reference for this role, regardless of their title. The reference with a specific anecdote about a result you produced for them is the reference that makes the hiring manager's decision easier. The impressive title with no specific recall of the work makes it no easier. The Singapore fintech lawyer had been using the CFO of her most recent company as her primary reference, an impressive title, broadly positive, but unable to speak to the specific legal work she had done. Her offer rate had been 50% across 2 processes. She had switched to the direct manager from her previous role, 2 levels below the CFO, who had managed her through the MAS licensing approval for their Series B, and who could speak specifically to how she had handled the regulatory ambiguity, the timeline pressure, and the eventual approval. Her next 3 processes had each resulted in offers. The manager had said later, "I just told them what actually happened in the licensing process." That specificity had closed each hire. Offersly. Singapore Career Strategy. Find your next role at offersly.app.